Sir, before you do, may I know your name, sir?
Okay, Manolo Dairi. Ang kapatid ng party. May I make this statement? Christian groups, Catholic and Baptist congregations, and all types of Christians, we have brought a formal complaint to the CCP through a letter to President Raul Sunico for the closure of the exhibited works of artist Medeo Cruz. That is the only issue here. You've been talking about so many different things, so many different artists. That's fine with us. But specifically, we're talking about Medeo Cruz and the way he vulgarized, the way he presented our own God. And that, I think, is a very, very big insult to the Christians. And you must understand it. I'm not finished, please.
That's what I said. If you can continue with your statement.
Yes. This work of Medeo Cruz, entitled Politeísmo, you look at the dictionary in Spanish, there's none. There's none. There's no word like that. For being offensive to religion is an act that is punishable by the revised penal code. He must understand that. And you, people who are in cahoots with him, may also be liable for this thing. I just want to make that statement for you to understand. So don't react now, you can react later. The group's representatives met with Dr. Sunico last August 2nd at CCP here. And in that meeting, the latter, which is Dr. Sunico, informed the group that he will act on our complaint immediately, and to date, we have not received a response. Unfortunately, and I don't know why, Dr. Sunico and Chair Emily Abrera are not here. They should play some music. Well, I hope they're here. Okay, that's good. That's good.
I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Chairman.
Acknowledge the presence. Okay. Today,
sit at the front.
yes, please.
Sit at the front.
If Emily Herrera and Raul Sunico could please go to the front table.
Certainly.
Please.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon. Okay, may I continue?
Yes, please.
Today, the groups have decided to pursue the complaint in their personal capacities as Christian citizens and in representation of the rights and interests of other Christian and God-fearing Filipinos who have communicated to the group their disgust over the said exhibit. And as I said, the exhibit we're talking about is Medeo Cruz, none other. I've never seen anything like this before. All of you, I'm sure you've been to the Louvre in Paris. You've been to the New York Museum of Art. You've got to the Guggenheim. None of this you will see. We have viewed the exhibit KULO. Actually, KULO is boy, but in Spanish, it's buttocks. It's the butt. KULO. That's what it means. Which is open to the general public. Can you imagine the general public? Even children can come here. That is very dangerous to the children. With free admission pa. And will continue until August 21. From June 17 to August 21, 2011. And to see an art, so-called art. Actually, it's pornography. It's pornography. It's not art. We wish to express our disgust and strongest protest over the renditions and works of this Medeo Cruz. Ang tingin ko dyan, medyo cruz lang yan. which ridicule and mock our Christian faith. I don't know if you are Christians, all of you Christians, but I hope you people understand that you're also Christians, and this is a mockery of Christ. I'm sure many here did not see what was really shown here when we first came here. Many of those things, especially the male genital, the male organ that was put in the face of Jesus Christ, they are not shown here anymore. Some of them are not shown here anymore, but many, there were many before. I don't know if you people in the board of CCP had even taken a look at this thing. And if you agreed with that, I don't know what, if you did. A statue of Christ the King, where the face of Christ is transformed into an animal character. Mickey Mouse, the eyes of an image of Christ with his sacred heart, depicted as pierced and dripping with black tears. A wooden cross draped with various religious necklaces and scapulars and a rosary, while a bright red male organ, you can take a look, it's still there. It's a large cross with all these things hanging and a male organ protruding, red male organ protruding from the bottom. Some of you, I'm sure, have not seen it. And if you did, you will have hair-raising experiences. There are three images of Sacred Heart, where a wooden male organ is embedded on the stage. A wooden cross is draped with a used pink condom. A plastic bag over there containing condom patch is pinned on the forehead of an image of Christ. An image of the crucified Christ is juxtaposed with a photograph of a pin-up girl wearing scanty clothing. Do you people understand what the word pornography is? Take a look at the dictionary. You will see what it means. Exactly what's happening here. This is not art. Kapastusan. And then mangled crucifixes, which have been broken and interspersed with other religious photographs. The image of Christ in a picture of the Last Supper is draped in black with the Mickey Mouse logo pasted on its head. Ewan ko parang makakasiba pa kayo ganyan. We wish to convey to all that using, depicting, and vandalizing Christian images, religious icons, and Christian representations of faith and religious belief are vulgar, indecent, insulting to the Christian faith. The totality of the exhibited works of Medea Cruz is blasphemous, at least disrespectful and offensive to the Christian religion and to all the faithful of the Christian faith. It mocks and injures the religious sensibilities and faith of the Christian faithful, comprising an overwhelming majority of the Filipino population. It has triggered in its wake an overwhelming wave of strong reactions against its exhibition. What do our laws say? What do our laws? We have laws that you will answer to. Article 201 of the Revised Penal Code. I'm sure you can get lawyers for yourself. Article 201 of the Revised Penal Code penalizes those who, in public places, exhibit indecent or immoral scenes which offend any religion and is contrary to law, morals, good customs, policies, and decrees.
Excuse me, sir. I think that's the same law that was read earlier.
No, it's not. It's not. Ang binasa niya yung PD.
Okay.
PD yung binasa niya. Ang naintindihan mo yung ginagawa.
Okay. So, sir,
Anyway,
but sir, can we just limit it?
But I have to be able to lay the premise. I'm trying to lay the premise. what you're trying to do is to cut down.
I'm not
certain
cutting.
things. Okay.
I'm just asking if
Okay.
we can allow everybody else
Yes,
to
yes.
participate.
Just lay down the premise. Just from.
And if we can keep it down to 2 minutes, is that all right, sir?
No, kulang. Give me 5 minutes.
Let him finish.
Doon para so.
Let's have 5 minutes then, sir, and
Doon
5
para
minutes.
so.
We don't like censoring. Don't censor it.
We're not censoring. We're just saying that there are other people who want to speak in the
No one is complaining.
So, if no one's complaining, we're all right.
Please, let him speak.
We want him to finish it.
Yes.
Okay, sir, then you have the mandate of the people.
Thank you. Alright, as I said, the revised penal code penalizes those who in public places exhibit indecent or immoral scenes which offend any religion and is contrary to laws, morals, good customs, policies, and decrees. That is our revised penal code. And can you imagine, let me just give you an example. Can you imagine that along the EDSA, where so many billboards have been put up, and just because some of the advertisements there are men who are supposed to be in briefs and everything, have been banned by the MMDA. And in spite of, and this passed, the ad board, the advertising board of the Philippines. Can you imagine that? And here we are, our own Christ, being bastardized. How do we do? And don't tell us that this is emotional. No, we're using our brains. I think you made a mistake in saying that it's emotional. No, it is not. The new civil code defines responsible behavior and creates a right of action, a cause of action, when there is an abuse. Thus, Article 20, every person who, contrary to law, willfully or negligently causes damage to others or to another shall indemnify the latter for the same. Article 21, I'm just laying down the premise for all of you. Any person who willfully causes injury to another in a manner that is contrary to morals, good customs, or public policy shall compensate the latter for the damage. And Article 26, the following and similar acts, though they may not constitute a criminal offense, not yet anyway, shall produce a cause of action for damages, prevention, and other relief. Vexing or humiliating another, this is humiliation of us Christians. I don't know about you, you're still Christians. Vexing or humiliating another on account of his religious beliefs, lowly station in life, place of birth, physical defect, or other personal conditions. When you vex somebody like that, you're liable. He has already mentioned to you the matter of the Cultural Center of the Philippines, the PD 15 created the CCP, the Cultural Center of the Philippines. And there are provisions there which you violated. Today, instead of nurturing and promoting Filipino aesthetics, which is part of your supposed to be mission statement and performance pledge, and it says there, you take pride in the continued promotion of artistic excellence, cultural values, Filipino aesthetics, and national identity. Is this our national identity? Pornography? Today, instead of nurturing and promoting the Filipino aesthetics and the Filipino identity, or promoting positive Filipino cultural values, CCP's act of hosting the exhibition of said works does the opposite. You are in effect corrupting values, vandalism, religious icons, blasphemy of religious representations and objects of worship and reverence, and allows the continued insult and corruption of the Filipino culture, and that it is mandated to promote and serve as a public agency. In continuing and persisting to host, because I heard from no less than Karen Flores that you will continue, regardless, whatever. Hell or high water, you will continue with the exhibit.
I didn't say that.
Yes, it's in the...
I didn't say the hell or high water.
Oh, you didn't say hell or high water, but you will
You
continue.
just said it.
Anyway, in continuing and persisting to host the said exhibit of works of the CCP gallery, a public place, respondent, which will be you, CCP, violates its legal mandate and betrays its public trust. That can go to the Ombudsman, you know. It can go to the Ombudsman. Betrayal of public trust. Siguro dapat maintindihan niya. Corrupting the Philippine identity and its rich Christian culture. We as Filipinos, who are also Christians, as well as other Christian Filipinos, have a right to the protection, preservation, and nurturance or nurturing of our rich cultural Christian heritage. Scandal continues to be heaped upon a God-fearing Christian Filipino nation. We are not proud of this desecration. It is also an insult to our national hero, Jose Rizal, in whose memory the exhibit is supposed to be done. And I tell you, I'm also a Tomasian. I graduated from college, from the UST, and the reason I joined, I came from Ateneo, the reason I enrolled at the UST, because at that time that was the only Christian, the only Catholic university. And we thought that the values would still be there, but apparently it was gone by your group. Okay? So thank you very much.